What is going on, guys? We are back again with a free pick video for this weekend, UFC 306 at the Sphere in Las Vegas. It is going to be a pretty insane card, and today I'm going to give you one of my best picks for this weekend. So let's go ahead and get into that, and we'll talk through it and why I like these picks. First things first, we are going to come over here and go to Manuel Torres, and we're going to take his under on 40.5 significant strikes. And I really like this. And also, if you see this, make sure to check and see if they have fight time, because I really do like the under on the fight time as well. But PrizePicks does not have that uploaded. But luckily, significant strikes and fight time really do kind of correlate together, because if it's a short fight, obviously the significant strikes aren't going to be there. But I really like this because I was looking at this guy's fight log, and if you look at it now, obviously he only has 4 fights in the UFC, one being Dana White's Contender Series, so not even really in the UFC. But if you look at it, he has about, I don't even want to count it, but probably close to 20 fights, and every single one of them is a first round finish. Now, he did lose in the first round a couple times, but he has literally only gone to a split decision one time, where you see that 3 right there, and that wasn't even in UFC. And ever since then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 fights, and only one time has he seen a second round, So he has 16 out of 17 fights. He's never seen past round 1, and he's on a little bit of a hot streak. And what's crazy is, that's the only decision. Most of these are TKOs, knockouts, submissions, and then just a couple bad submissions for him right there in another organization. So I really like this. So obviously, like I said, with fight time, I think, I don't know what it is, but with fight time, it would probably be around 7.5 if I had to guess, just because they're not going to, do one round with those kind of guys. And this is his toughest competition yet, for sure. I mean, I don't really know who most of these guys are, especially in the organization. I recognize a couple of these names, but obviously not big names. So he does have a pretty good opponent in Ignacio Bahamondes. But yeah, I just think this is going to be a good one. His opponent's very good as well. So either way, I'm going to take the under on 40.5 significant strikes right there. And then the next one, we're going to go to the one and only Raul Rosas Jr. And we're going to take his under as well in significant strikes, 21.5 significant strikes. And pretty simple here, guys. I mean, we can go to his fight log as well. Here's SSL right here. That's significant strikes landed. His 5 fights in the UFC. He has never even come close to that. And I mean, guys, we've seen this guy fight. We know the game plan. He goes out there, he takes you down, and he just absolutely mutilates you. But even on the one loss he has against Christian Rodriguez, it went to decision. And even with it, when it went all 3 rounds, I mean, he still just didn't get a lot of striking, just a lot of groundwork, if it'll ever load. I think he only got like 2 significant strikes in all 3 rounds. So let's see. Yeah, so even in that one that went the distance, only 2 significant strikes landed. That is absolutely insane. And then the other one that went the distance, 20 significant strikes. So obviously it's like he could go over that, I mean, obviously that's always a possibility, but these are kind of stats that you definitely don't want to ignore. And I'm not going to just take the over just because well, maybe this time, so I'm going to follow these stats. I mean, we know his game plan. I seriously doubt he's going to change his game plan, especially with his opponent. I don't even think that this opponent is his toughest test to date, to be honest. I think that honestly, Christian Rodriguez was probably better than his next opponent. So I think that he's definitely just going to go out there. This guy's kind of a can, and I think he's going to take him down. And he's probably going to finish him in round 1. So I feel good about that, taking the under on that one. And then the next one is going to be the main event. We're going to take Sean O'Malley. Oh, shit. They actually don't have fight time. They just had it up here when I was looking earlier, but they had it at 22.5 fight time, and I was going to take the under. But we'll just go ahead and I wasn't going to lock this in on PrizePicks anyway, because I had a special on another app for you guys. So I have this right here. I locked this in on better, so you can see that I have Torres under 40.5 significant strikes, and I have Raul Rosas Jr. under 20.5 significant strikes. And then I paired them with Sean O'Malley under 22.5 minutes of fight time. And, the reason for that is this is kind of a little iffy, because if you go to Merab, he is on a 10-fight win streak with literally 9 of those going the distance, except for this one against Marlon Morales, which was, let's be honest, he was kind of fading out of his career at that time. I don't want to discredit Merab or anything. Obviously, Merab's very good, but he does go the distance a lot. But I just think that this is definitely someone. He's never fought anyone close to Sean. He's never fought anyone of the height, anyone with that kind of length. And I think he's really going to struggle. I do think that, he'll probably shoot for sure. He's going to shoot, and he'll probably get him down a couple of times. So I don't think this is going to be a first round finish or anything, but I do think Sean is going to win. And I do think Sean is going to knock him out in probably under 3 rounds, maybe even the 3rd round, honestly. That's my prediction, is Sean gets him out in under 3. So yeah, I don't think he really has much for Sean. I honestly think Merab is just kind of a worse version of Aljo, a little bit worse, and I just don't think he's going to be able to deal with that, the length and his reach. So, man, there's just not really any more similar matchups. He went the distance with Peter Yan, and it was kind of a striking battle, but that was just because they were really similar with their ground game. They were kind of forced to not go to the ground. So I do think he's going to shoot. I think he's going to fail a lot of takedown attempts. If we look at his stats, we can go to, I don't know why my Wi-Fi is sucking so bad. So we can go to takedowns, takedowns landed versus takedowns attempted right here. And man, that's crazy against Peter Yan. 49 takedowns attempted, 11. But the thing about Merab, though, is even in these fights, so he has 11 takedowns, 12 takedowns, 13 takedowns, 5, 11, 5. Those are takedowns landed, but obviously those all went to the decision. So what did he do with those takedowns? If he can't submit people, if he can't get them out with ground and pound, then what is he even doing? So I just think that Sean's going to stuff most of those takedowns, and Merab, he's just not going to get it done. And the other thing about Merab is you can tell he is definitely feeling the pressure, 100%. Merab, usually on his fight week, he's the star of the show. He's, has crazy press conferences, or he has funny media days. He's being a character. And now I watch his media day. I watch the press conference. He's stiff. He doesn't seem like his normal self. He's very calm. He's not really acting, all high strung. And I just think he's feeling the pressure from this moment. And I think Sean's gotten into his head, and I don't think it's going to be a good night for Merab. So we're going to take the under on Sean O'Malley, 22.5 minutes fight time. I'm sure if you go on better, Merab will also have 22.5 minutes fight time. It doesn't really matter. You can choose either one. It's the exact same thing. And then I put this in on better just because if we go to Diego Lopez, who is one of my favorites right now. Here's all his projections right there. So they don't have that boost up there. I'm going to clear this. And Diego Lopez, he's fighting Brian Ortega. Now, obviously, Brian Ortega is one of the best on the ground. But if you watch Diego Lopez's fights, he is very skilled in jiu-jitsu as well. If you watch his first fight in the UFC, where he got the opportunity to fight Movzar, he's undefeated Russian, and obviously they're very good on the ground. And Diego Lopez, he did lose that fight to a split decision, but he almost put him away with multiple different submissions, with crazy different submissions, not even just your normal, rear naked choke, all sorts of arm bars, leg bars. He had them all tied up. So I just think that even though Brian Ortega is very skilled on the ground, I think that they're going to kind of cancel each other out, and they're going to be forced to stand. And I just don't think Brian Ortega is going to be able to deal with Diego Lopez's pressure. So that is a boost. So this is what makes this 4-man a 20x payout. On PrizePicks, this would be about an 8x payout, maybe a 9x payout. I'm not sure, but I just really like this boost. Now, if Sean O'Malley comes up there with that fight time, you want to lock those 3 in on PrizePicks, go for it. But I really like the value here. You're just risking 1 unit for 20x. So it's like, don't bet the house on this. This is just part of the strategy, you just put whatever a unit you're comfortable with, and then the payout is so great that if you lose, it's, you know, it's not a big deal, and then the payout is worth it. So $25 wins 500. That's a great payout. I really like that. So if you want to hop on this play and you want to ride it with me, it's on Better, and you can use code CaliLocks right here. It matches your first deposit up to $250. And I use this app a lot. If you're just seeing this, my page for the first time, I'm mostly with doing NFL plays, and I really like this app for NFL. They do cool stuff, like you can do 8-man entries that pay up to 1,000x. So you can do crazy stuff on there, and they have really good projections, and they got good lines, and really some of the, I think they have the best payouts against all the platforms. Personally. So I really like this. So if you want to download this, you want to ride this with me, use code CaliLocks. That's all I got for you guys today. Like I said, I'm mostly football. So if you're seeing this for the first time and you also like football, check out the description below. I have my VIP packages on there. You can join my free plan to get all my free plays for college football and NFL. So make sure to check out the links below, and check out my other YouTube videos for football as well. That's all I got for you guys today. I gave you a free play. Make sure to like this. Make sure to comment showing some support. You can comment saying who you think's going to win on the top 3 in the main, you know, against Diego Lopez and Brian Ortega, and then obviously Grasso and Valentina, and then Sean O'Malley and Merab. So drop a comment who you think's going to win out of those 3, and then most of all, subscribe for future videos just like this. I'll catch you on the next free play video. Peace.